Casey lifts it into the 6. Henderson connects again. It's a brace, and Memphis retakes the lead. Fatai from distance, just over the bar. Maybe a game-saving stop for Alexi Gonzalez.
There's just something different in the air when you put these two together as UCF travels down Interstate 4 to face South Florida. You're watching The American on ESPN. Welcome to Corbett Stadium and into the broadcast booth alongside the former national team member Casey White. I'm Ryan Urquhart, and Casey, we already mentioned it, the rivalry. That's always the headline, but you still got a game to play as well.
It really is, but this is what players want. They want the rivalry.
Into the box, trying to find daylight. He scoots it to center. The shot rolls in. Seattle takes the lead 1-0. Titus Washington strums the strings. Whizzed into the final third. Suter gets on the ball. Suter strikes. South Florida up 1-0 early.
Along with the former striker himself, Alan Anderson, I'm Ryan Urquhart. And Alan, this is one of those late season out-of-conference tilts that can carry NCAA tournament implications for both clubs.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong now and taking that momentum into postseason play.
South Florida still does not have a shot tonight. Can their first corner yield their first official registered shot? They've got in the area a couple of times. A quick tapper in. Back to Barclay. He rips it into the 6, turned away by FIU, and Honeycutt can't keep it in front. It'll be a South Florida throw-in.
And when chances are at a premium, you want to see that set piece come off just a little bit better. That second ball, try to put it in the mix somewhere around the middle of the 6-yard box, around that PK spot. Give your team a chance to get ahead on it.
If you're USF, what is the discussion like at halftime to try and turn this offensively on a little bit?
I think just being more patient on the ball, being just a little bit more confident when you're dealing with this FIU press, because if you're able to break that front line of the forwards, there is space in the midfield where you can start driving at that back line. But if you just get in this game where you're playing the ball long consistently, FIU is able to win that ball and gather up the second one, you're really not able to establish that type of play that USF has success with. So just a little bit more patience in the back. Maybe you're able to pass the ball instead of kicking it long. Find that midfield space.
Slotted backside for Ade Kunle. Loose ball in the air. Honeycutt guides it out, 40 seconds. Honeycutt rolls it, and FIU slams it to the goal line. Another South Florida corner with 30 seconds to go in the first.
I like what Honeycutt's brought to this match so far. And he's doing a little bit more of what I've talked about. Put your foot on the ball, drive at that back line.
Barclay back to the flag for South Florida, 20 seconds. Probably the last opportunity of the first. With 10 seconds. A laser beam into the area, headed down, second contact, finds the upper 90. With just 2 seconds left in the first, it's Pedro Fifa.
And we talked about the importance of set pieces in this game. It starts off with a great ball from the corner. It's a driven ball, but it's really that second ball. Again, it's a header back across, and there's no doubt about that one. Absolutely made the most of their first shot on target. And that comes from that first initial good ball on the corner. Cross comes in, head it back into the box, put it back into the mix. See if your team's able to gather that one up. And there's no doubt about it, and that's a nice little buzzer beater going into the second half. Talk about taking the momentum of a game from a team. Well done by South Florida, staying resilient, and now it would be up to FIU in the second half to see how they respond.
Just the second shot for South Florida. They did not have a shot until the final minute of the first. And on back-to-back corners, the second finds Pedro Fifa. And the Bulls take a 1-0 lead into the locker room.